here in for public safety, Curtin Fort HQ, celebrating my birthday. I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I'm gonna wait for the notification to go out so people can come in. What, Diesel? What? Won't you come here? Mm. Get your toy. Notification. Go out notification. I know it's late. I did that on purpose. What? What are you whining for? There we go. What's up, PayPal? Steve in the house. Nikki, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Kev Factor. Yeah, man, I ain't doing much of nothing right now, which is kind of a thing for me. So today is my birthday. Haven't said much about it. I like to lay low on birthdays. I've had bad luck with birthdays. So most of you all probably know that every year, right around my birthday, something bad always happens. It's like a bad omen for me. We had I got my house raided day before my birthday. Um, well, it's just a long list of shit like that, just that kind of stuff. But we're not going to dwell on all that. I just wanted to chill for the better part of the day until now. I thought, all right, maybe I'm cool because it's like 10 o'clock at night. I think we made it through. But I've been working. Well, thank you all very much for the birthday wishes. I had a really nice birthday when it come to the fam. It was really cool. It reminded me of Chuck E. Cheese. So Tiff's kids got this music box thing, and he programmed it to do like this big long happy birthday song, and it was just like Chuck E. Cheese. You remember the thing where they're hitting the tambourines and singing happy birthday and shit? Put a one in chat if y'all ever saw that at Chuck E. Cheese, where they got like the band that does the happy birthdays. It was just like that, but it was like modern. It was cool as shit. That kid, I love him to death. So he did a big happy birthday thing for me, and Tiff's actually making some cupcakes, which is more than I wanted. I was just like, let's chill, let's not do nothing, let's lay low today, because every time I got a birthday, some crazy shit happens. And I mean, it still could. Usually, it's not on the birthday anyway. I'm just kind of jumping the gun here, probably, but oh well. Working on a video, which is almost done, and you guys are going to get to see just a little bit of evidence because um, the idiot Scarborough is using his two YouTube channels he has left to try to put out the doctored state's evidence against me, just like they try to do in the marijuana case. They're trying to do it in this case, and real desperately, and it's not good for them. Like, you can really tell how doctored it is. It's actually kind of funny that they think that the evidence that they're showing, which is clearly doctored and not even legit, that they think that that's going to be the thing that gets me in court. Like, we're going to trial probably, and when a jury sees this evidence getting broken down, and like, I'll give you an example. So there was a Facebook thread, one of my posts, where it was New Year's, and what I posted was like a New Year's post, or like, hey, thank you, Tube Sock, for the birthday cake, $1.49 piece of cake. I appreciate that. So like, I did this Facebook post. It was New Year's Eve, going on New Year's, and the post was like what everybody does about your year. Well, it was the year that we took care of the Jamie Knoll case. So it started, you know, hey, this is what we accomplished this year. I talked about, the Jamie Knoll case, how hard that was on us, how we persevered through it. And then I wrapped up the post by talking about, and now Kentucky's fucking with me. And we're going to expose them too. So that's what the actual post was. The state would like for you to believe that I was just using my Facebook to post a private individual's house, which was not true at all. It was not true at all. And I'm going to show you a little bit in this video, which they don't want me to do, but I'm going to, because they're going to show the doctored state's evidence. So I'm going to show just enough for you to see that the doctored state's evidence is completely doctored and a total fucking lie. I'm not going to give you my whole case. I'm not going to argue it on YouTube. I'm not dumb like that. A lot of people would do that. And there's a lot of people that used to support me that don't anymore. And now they call me a liar because I refuse to do that. I refuse to post evidence that's going to be used in court. I'm not going to give up my court case. One in chat if you think that that is good for me to spare my evidence for court, like for a fair trial. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree with the two? Do you think that we should be careful not to put all of our evidence on YouTube before we go to court? One for yes, two for no. Because I see both sides. I can see why a lot of people think, oh God, you gotta, like beat your case in public, because they're calling you a liar and you can prove you're not lying, or they say, you might be lying to me. I need you to prove it to me. Well, no, I don't. This is the way I see it. I don't need to prove it to anybody before court. I need to prove it in court because the state has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And all I have to do is show that there's doubt. But in my case, I could do way more than that. I can prove who's at fault. I can prove that they doctored evidence. I can prove who it was that manufactured fraudulent evidence, when it was sent by email, and to who that received it, and more. So I'm saving that shit for court, y'all. That's what I've been doing. That's exactly what I've been doing. So the state, on the other hand, who's been on YouTube way more than me, way more than me, they are trying to publish their doctored evidence. And that's what they've been doing. They've been lying and making up bullshit, doing all that. And now they're putting out their evidence. So we went to mediation the other day, and directly after mediation, Scarborough met with one of his YouTube channel guys, Todd, and gave him a downloaded USB drive with the state's evidence. That's what happened. And now Todd, and you don't have to go looking for it because it's been removed from YouTube, but he tried to publish it, which is fine because it's not fine because it's illegal, but it's fine because I can show the whole thread. I can show where the fake cease and desist letter comes from. I can show who actually wrote it and why and what their intentions were. I can show their motives. I could prove a case against the state, but that's not what you do in criminal court when you're the defendant. I don't need to go prove the case against the state. I do that on the rebound. I do that in civil court afterwards. So I'm not going to be showing my hand, but what I will do is I will show you just enough that you will see that the shit that the state is putting out on Chris Ruff and Todd's channels, which are struck down now, you can't find them there. You will be able to find it here. Is bullshit. It's fabricated, literally fabricated. And I'll give you a little hint as far as who it is that's been clipping stuff up and sending it to the state. G is for giggles, Barbie. We know that you've been making the false reports. Imagine that. A bitch that's in the KKK is fucking sending shit to the public official, clipped stuff. And then they're using it. They're using it without a proper investigation. Well, they know. They know what they're doing is painting a picture, a false picture, because it was JJ's girlfriend's group. Her mother is Kelly Brown. Kelly Brown created the Facebook group that even says in this description that its purpose is to dox me and Tiffany. And we know about you, little flutter to watch, David. We know you're a tiny Tiny Pickle. We know that it was your job from Australia. You think you're protected from Australia, being in Australia. We know that it was you that was immediately jumping on my Facebook post and posting pictures of my house and my address. We know that was you for to watch. Tiny Pickle. And we also know about your email thread. We have a copy of it. Where you sent the fake cease and desist letter, buddy. We have that. You don't have to believe me. You all can call me a liar because I woke up to people that I thought were my friends calling me a liar on YouTube on panels today. That shit don't bother me, man, because I know you're wrong. And what I love about it is, you know, I don't mean that I love it for real. Like let's get serious here for a minute. What really bothers me about it is that people are calling me a liar with absolutely nothing to point at to say was a lie. And when they do, the only thing they pointed at was something that I didn't tell them. It doesn't make it a lie. If I don't tell you everything, that's not a lie. That just means you don't know everything. And if I figured it out, so can you. So before you go waking up thinking it's a good idea to jump on YouTube and call me a liar on panels, do your fucking own research. Stop depending on me for that. If you're that interested in the subject and you hear something that sounds only half of what you hear you can make sense of, then you figure out the other half. What do you all think about that? One in chat if you agree with me that I don't have any obligation to show everything on YouTube whenever it's demanded by other people. One in chat if you agree with me. Two if you think I'm being crazy. Thank you, TubeSock, for another $2. You keep on saying it. I've kept it 100% since day one. You know, when you say 100%, there are some things that I'm leaving in the air. Like I might tell you something, but I'm not telling you everything I know about that thing. So I am being 100% honest about what I tell you, but I may also not tell you everything there is to know about that subject because I have to reserve some for later, just like I'm doing for court. I'll show you that the state's evidence that they put out on their YouTube channels was a complete motherfucking fabrication and a bunch of doctored shit. I'll show you that. But I'm not going to show you everything I have to prove it. I'm going to save that for court. And it's the same thing with statements that I make. And sometimes I'll put out teasers. A teaser's not a lie. Sometimes I'll be drawing somebody, I'm fishing, to draw somebody in to do something that I want them to do so that I can use it. Like I needed admission. For example, I needed to file legal action on Todd Bryant. There was like 4 different addresses that people were telling me for sure was Todd Bryant's. Well, I wasn't sure which of the 4 it actually was. So I had some photographs taken from the street, just driving by, not doing anything wrong to anybody, and sent to me of all 4 of the places, starting with the one that I thought was the one first, like that I felt like was probably the right house. I published just a picture of the home, nothing more, from the street. No threats. There was nothing bad about it. I wasn't doxing anybody. There was no address on it, nothing like that. It was a fishing expedition because I needed to file legal documentation, okay? Legal. And I put that picture up and boom, he jumped right on it. That's my fucking house. Okay, thank you. I needed to know that. That's all I needed to know. So that's just an example. Like sometimes I will utilize the YouTube channel to fish for the information that I need. And I do it to people all the time, like Christopher Ruff. I've got him. He is my puppet. He's probably one of the dumbest people that I know in this whole thing. Friday Watch, I fish him all the time. I fish Todd all the time, you know. And like they're freaking out over the records request where there was a photograph of Todd. Do y'all remember that? Put a one in chat if y'all saw the photograph of Todd sitting in his truck. Put a one in chat if you saw that on my community page. It was Todd sitting in his truck. It was a photograph of Todd sitting in his truck. Put a one in chat if you saw it. Or if you're familiar with what I'm talking about. If not, you'll have to go look at my community page and you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, did you all know that when an employee uses their phone while on duty to take a picture or video of someone at their government place where they're working, did you all know that that's public record? So they're freaking out, thinking that there's some kind of conspiracy, because Todd posted a video where he went to that place, and I followed the video up by doing a records request for all the information that he requested and anything there was to do with him in that video. And I also told them that he was there doing that records request on behalf of a certain government official. So it's a record. It was just a record. They're so dumb. And they did fire that lady, and that's fucked up. She didn't do nothing wrong. She didn't do anything wrong at all. I don't think she wants her job back. I don't know, but if I were her, I wouldn't. Because if she really did, she would have filed a lawsuit by now. I mean, unless there's underlying circumstances that I'm not aware of, I don't know anything other than I called after Todd published a video of him harassing them ladies, and he was harassing them because he totally doesn't know how to do a records request or the rules to it. So what he was doing was making a complete fucking buffoon of himself. And I contacted them and said, I would like to do a records request on everything related to the man that was just in here. And I'll give you some information while I'm at it. That's what really happened. So, you know, it's a fucking public record. That's it. Scared the shit out of him thinking that I knew where he was and what he was doing, though. Yeah, let me just give you a little hint. If you don't want people to be able to do that kind of thing, then when you publish it on YouTube, say, I'm not surprised. If someone publishes a security footage video of me when I am at a government facility and I see me at the government facility, like filling out the records request from the security cam, that don't surprise me in the slightest fucking bit. That don't threaten me. I don't feel like I've been violated because I'm in public and it's a public record. So if you don't like being on public record, then don't do shit in public at government buildings that can be record. Want to chat if y'all agree with me? Like if you're angry because you become part of the public record, don't involve yourself. It's that simple. It's that fucking simple. Don't go getting mad and making people lose their jobs and fucking complaining about shit that's not illegal or even a problem. It is not a problem for a government employee to take a picture of a person or have a security camera pointed at the person or even calling the police and saying, this is the person that I am identifying. You do your job. Then the cops do their job. Hell, that's like a known thing for auditors. Auditors know that they're going to get interactions with police officers because somebody from the staff is probably going to call. It's not bad to call. It might be bad to lie in your call, but simply identifying the subject is not lying. So I didn't see anything in that record that would indicate that the women at that facility did a single thing wrong. And then Bryant published the video too, and he got even more record than I did. And I still didn't see anything that they did wrong. Not a thing. So I don't understand why Todd's running around getting people fucking fired from their careers. Other than that, he is a big, giant fucking asshole who don't know shit about law, and he definitely should not be a government operator for a retard government official. They're running around causing messes and hurting people, damaging people everywhere. That's what they're doing. So I've got a video almost done. I did take a break from it today because it is my birthday. But I took a break from making that video. It'll probably be done and published by, I might save it for Sunday, but I'll be done with it tomorrow. So it'll be coming out real soon. I'll run it as a premiere. And what you're going to find in that is something that I would not have put any of out. I'm going to put a little bit of evidence out there that's going to be used in my case. because I'm not going to let them put that bullshit out without at least showing. I'll at least show you all it's bullshit. I got no problem doing that. So that'll be the video. I won't be sharing anywhere near everything I have for court. Nowhere near it. It won't even be like that much on what we showed in mediation. Like just this little bitty tiny thing. But it is enough to completely derail and prove that the state is obviously doctoring everything up. Clipping and doctoring. So on the 31st, there was a post that was like an accomplishment for the year. And that's what it was. That was the post. It wasn't somebody's house. It wasn't somebody's business. It wasn't anything like that. Nothing. It was just an accomplishment for the year. Well, Kelly Brown's group that they created to dox us started doing their job on cue as commanded over on Fraud at Wrangler's live stream, which was a live stream for their celebration for New Year's, which was actually a cue for his cult to go do the job that they set forth to do. And they decided they were going to do it on December 10th. So they were planning what they were going to do on New Year's on December 10th. We have all this. We can prove every bit of this. So on December 10th, they created the group. The person who created it was Scarborough's girlfriend's mother. The people that were in the group is going to be a surprise for you all later. And then it was, Frauder Watch was like the most aggressive, right? And immediately they attacked my only post that was up on my Facebook, which was private, by the way. It was set on Friends of Friends only. And I know which friend they used, which I did have an infiltrated Facebook, but it went way back before my channel started, with some dumb bitch from Carrollton that I rode a motorcycle with one time and thought she'd be all right to have as a friend on Facebook. Well, you know who you are, Cora. G is for Giggles, who is Barbie Brent, by the way. So they had a friend of friend, which means that they were able to see my post even though it wasn't public. And then there's more that I'm not telling you, but what they did do was they came in and they started doxing us. And not just doxing us, but some people, because they can't control the behavior of the people that they incite, just like Todd can't. That's why it's dangerous. They incite violence amongst people. Some people in their groups, way more violent. They will do violence on people. Women, children, doesn't matter. They will do violence. They have violent people that follow them, okay? So some of the violent people started saying that they were going to do very harmful things to us while they were all posting our pictures of our home and our address. They were doing that to us, to me. It was them doing that to me. And then they said that I was doxing him. It was the other way around. So I'll show you how that came about. And that's what I'm going to show you. And I also might show you a little piece of proof of where the cease and desist letter came from. Because we need to stop this shit. People are playing a game. It's like a fucking puzzle game. Hey, quit chasing cats. It's like people are playing a puzzle game with my fucking life. I mean, I'm looking at time in prison for nothing. And then there's these YouTubers like Frauder Watch, these YouTubers like Todd, these YouTubers like Ruff, who are literally playing a fucking game with my life because they can't stand the First Amendment. That's what their problem is. Now, the Aussie, maybe he can't stand it because it's different in Australia. I don't fucking know, but I know plenty of Aussies that don't fucking act like him. So, there's that. Diesel! He's chasing the shit out of a cat in the yard. Hey, leave that cat alone. Come here. Get over here. Damn, he's gonna catch it if I ain't careful. But so that's his problem. Like, I don't know what his problem is. I mean, he's been disgusting. He's been absolutely disgusting. Like, what the fuck is going on in the broken mental fucking brain of that dude? What up, Rogue? Good to see you. Um, so that dude has been really, really bad, and I would say it's because he thinks he's immune to everything being in another country. But he's been really, really disgusting, especially to Tiffany. And he's done some crazy shit, like writing a fucking death threat to a public official using my name and trying to forge my signature. Jesus. Like, why are people playing with our lives? And then Chris Ruff. Why the fuck? He says he likes the First Amendment. Well, bullshit, dude. You're attacking me, a man who has a life, who has everything here. Like, I got a career, I got horses, I got family, I got shit to live for. And this dude don't like my YouTube channel. He's willing to go this far because he don't like my YouTube channel. That motherfucker started attacking me off the cusp. He was attacking me. His first attempt to attack me was for clout. He was trying to get clout off of it. Him and Dan from Auditing Erie County. Rogue was there. Rogue said, no, y'all have got the facts wrong. And then he dipped because he won't go be no part of it. I'd assume that's why he dipped. You can tell us, Rogue, but we know you dipped. You did the right thing. And Dan is just too dumb to dip. Like, y'all, I'm cool with Dan. I know Dan. We've hung out since then. He actually came and visited us. I let him ride my horse. But like, he's smart about some things, but overall, like, when it comes to this kind of shit, he's dumb. So, like, I just think out of ignorance, he kept going on that panel. And Chris Ruff, nefarious. He is a bad guy who cannot stand other people doing things right. He can't stand it. So he's really gone out of his way. And a lot of people are saying, Chris, why are you worried about what Todd's doing? Well, you're only seeing it from the YouTube aspect. Chris is in Arizona. Todd is in Kentucky. I live very close to Kentucky. So we're getting real world stuff happening real quick every time Todd does something. Okay. So that's why Todd first. You understand what I'm saying? Todd first because it's closest and it's realist. It's happening in real life there. Ruff, Arizona, fucking with my court case. He's fucking with my court case. I can handle all that through courts and documentation, investigations, and things like that. They're making it so obvious. Like, they're literally not just throwing breadcrumbs, but the whole fucking loaf of bread every time they do something. It's actually making my case go a lot easier. Our civil suit is going to be a slam fucking dunk. When we file 1983 on these motherfuckers, it's a slam dunk. I can promise you that. They will be trying to settle immediately with big fucking numbers. But the criminal case is its own beast. And I do have to get past it, and there's a lot of corruption. So, and they don't understand the YouTube stuff. Like, the government, I know everybody thinks that, oh, these auditors are well known by the government, and the government is really interested in the 1A and all that, but they're not. It's just a little bit, just a little fraction of them are. And they might take interest in case-by-case basis, but they're not really understanding. They don't really understand, nor do they have the time to keep up with everything going on YouTube. So most government officials are completely naive to everything that you all know because you watch it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of them just don't even want to listen if you say that the internet's involved. My entire case is based on internet because every single thing that they've alleged of me comes from the internet, other than the original arrest, which only happened because I was trying to get my record for court the next day. So, you know, other than that, all of it's internet. The government don't understand the internet crimes. It's new to them. They don't understand how the internet works. They don't understand trolling. They don't understand groups that are trolling together. They don't understand internet crimes. They don't get it. The fucking cops are even dumb about them. Even the FBI is fucking dumb to it. It's a new animal for them. And they're trying to learn. They just suck at it. They're not like us. The government is not like us, you know? So we're doing it. We're handling it. I'm handling it one foot in front of the other. We're persevering through everything. We're doing everything we can to keep making just enough money to keep paying our bills, to keep our horses fed, to keep the kids happy, to keep everybody, all the bills are paid and shit. But at the same time, we're shoveling out. We're shoveling out everything. So it's like you're constant. It's like trying to walk through a fucking blizzard every single day. So that's kind of like what all my birthdays have been like for the past, since 2019, I think, or is it 20? I'm sorry, 2020 when the raid happened. It's been like that every birthday. So this one really was no exception, and I'm fine with that. I actually hate turning older. I can't believe I'm fucking 48 today, you all. 48. That shit snuck up quick, man. And people wonder why I got a bald spot. I had that bald spot since I was 20, but I definitely have an excuse for it at 48. I am feeling 48 too, man. I am feeling it. And I have aged so much. Tiffany and I have both, we've had so much stress since Meade County. Like, it's really taking a toll on us. If you look at our videos from when we started to now, it's only been a few years, and we both look like we have gone through 10 years of stress. Tiffany's still fucking beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, but we're feeling it. It's too much stress. My blood pressure is always high. I always wake up to some bullshit like new charges or somebody trying to get into my case and make some fraudulent report up against me or threaten us or send people to our house. And here's another tidbit of information. I doubt this will help, but just so they know, I want them to know this stuff. We know who it is that's been sending the pictures and videos of the yard. Like, we're not incapable of using our security camera systems. It doesn't matter though. The threat's still the same. We know that it's a stupid little old lady from New Albany that's doing that. We know that. We knew that the whole time. But that stupid little old lady is fucking psycho. And the bitch stands outside of my, like, right, this is my property. And she's fucking, the creepy bitch is fucking videoing my shit. And then sending it to kill a fucking Milla and Todd? No. That's not okay. We have a kid in the house, man. That's not all fucking okay. So McDilligaff, stay the McDilly fuck off my McDilly fucking property, bitch. Stay in New Albany. We don't fucking go to your house. I've known who she is and where she lives for a long time. We don't threaten her. We don't say nothing bad about her on the internet like she does. We don't get involved in her fucking custody situations. We don't call her a pedophile. We don't go to her house and stalk her. We don't take pictures of her raggedy ass car. The only photographs we have of her shit is when she drives by here taking fucking pictures to send to people like Direct D. We also have the pictures of you sitting on my lawn. It's fucking creepy, man. Would you all be creeped out if some fucking psycho bitch that's been saying crazy shit about you behind a sock account on the internet is fucking, you got creepy ass fucking videos of her just fucking creeping around your property? Put a one in chat if that would creep you out. And then sending them to people like Todd and Killamilla and fucking Chris fucking Ruff while they're saying that they're coming here to hurt us. Would it creep you out? It fucking creeps us out. Crazy old bitch. She ain't the only one that's taking pictures. But she's the only one that I know that sent them to Killamilla and Todd. And Ruff. We know that she sent him to Ruff. Y'all remember when Ruff held the knife to the camera and said he was coming to kill my horses? Put a one in chat if you remember that. Ruff had his little scalpel thing, his little shank, and he said that he was coming to kill my horses. Put a one in chat if you remember that. Look at all them ones. Oh, I'm not a liar, huh? Well, those pictures at 3 a.m., that was the same woman that sent him them pictures. We learned that recently when we identified the vehicle that she came here in when she did the Tommy Pickle shit. I actually, at first, I thought Chris actually got a ride here by that fucking weirdo Jim guy. Why wouldn't I think that? That's what they're telling me they're doing. They want to threaten and intimidate us. Why? Can anybody answer why they want to threaten and intimidate us? What is the real reason behind all of it? Like, what am I doing on here? What am I known for here on YouTube today? What is it that I'm going through? I want to see if you all can answer this. So I'm going to just see how easy it is to answer this, see if the cops can figure this shit out on their own. What is it that I'm being intimidated for? What am I doing that they want me to stop doing? It's what you're watching on YouTube when you watch my channel. Come on, I know y'all got this. I'm exposing the corruption. That's, yes. By going through what, though, Taylor? What is it that I'm going through right now? Yes, I'm smoking. Telling the truth. Goes back to the jailer. Okay, I'll answer it. I'm a participant in a legal proceeding. That's what it's all about. I'm a participant in the legal proceeding. Do you all agree with that? Now that I've said it, am I not is that not their problem? I'm going through court, right, Tilly? It's court. I'm a participant in a legal proceeding. That's what they're doing it for. This is fucking felonies, man. What they're doing is felonies. Does the law work? It hadn't shown itself yet. But I guarantee you, if I was a cop or a sheriff or somebody fucking that they love, it would have already worked. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of why I'm ready to go back to boots to ground and start asking fucking questions. Because I wonder why the legal system works so good for themselves, but not for innocent families that are going through it. Do those laws only exist for them? Or are those laws supposed to be ours? The public protection laws, like protecting people who are going through the court process. It's a really nice night out, guys, so Hogs is hopping. The bar, it's hopping. All the bikers, they've been out all day today. I should have got mine out today. I need to get a sidecar. That's what's up. I'm a participant in a legal proceeding. So, Ruff threatening us, Todd threatening us, Frauditor Watch, David is his real name, threatening us. We think his name is David. I'm almost positive, but the police know what his name is, and they won't tell me. How you like them apples? Like, they have figured out who he is, but they won't tell me who he is. I think I already know. I think his name is David. But him, Kaiser, Todd, obviously Scarborough and Whited, and Kelly Brown, and Giggles, Barbie, and Greg, all of them are doing it because they're trying to intimidate a participant in a legal proceeding. I know, I love riding too, Donna. I've got a 2010 Road Glide now, but it's like my, shit, I don't know, 30th bike. Yeah, JJ sent them all. You're right, Bill. He absolutely did. JJ has sent and incited every single one of those people. Now, Kaiser was already going to be a pain in the ass because he was a retarded internet troll, but they weren't going after me until they were incited. So we would have never had to deal with the little Australian fucking putts if it weren't for that, you know. And we're going to be proving all this in court. I just think that that they should have already arrested him. Put a one in chat if you agree with that. That they should have already arrested Scarborough. It should have already been done. Like, it's not a hard case to prove. The dude was on just one channel. I think it was 248 fucking episodes, 2 to 4 hours long each, in 1 year. I could be wrong on the math there, so don't quote me. Don't call me a liar later if I'm off by a few digits. But it was something like that. Meaning nobody's running the jail. You want to go for a ride on the handlebars, Rogue? Of a Rogue Glide? That would be hard to do with that big fairing on it. Oh, you give rides on the handlebars. I see. The handlebar mustache. Yeah, why did she be in jail too? Why did she? Was that close, Freeman? I said 248, didn't I? Was it 220, 230, something like that? It was something like that. Yeah, I tried to keep tabs. I got a count on my documentation, but it's a lot. And they removed a lot of them. So, like, we're counting those too. Just because they pulled them off YouTube don't mean that they disappeared. They just got pulled off YouTube. We still got copies. So, and that was one channel. They don't include the other 2 channels that he's been doing. And Ruff is dumb enough. Ruff is so fucking stupid. I love that these people are stupid. I love that Todd is stupid. I love that Ruff is stupid because that has been my saving grace. The government officials from Meade County are stupid. Todd is fucking stupid. And Ruff is one of the stupidest people I've ever seen in my life. I laugh because it's so true. They'll say I was nervous when I do that. I'm not nervous. I have to laugh because it's so fucking true. He is one of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Living in a dumpster in the fucking desert with no shitter. Trying to be cool on the internet. Meanwhile, he's putting this fucking real information on documentation that ties him to major criminal activity in Kentucky and then bombarding our prosecutors. Those are the same people that can get him extradited. So, thank God they're stupid. See, Ruff thinks other people are stupid. That's why he's always cussing at people with his little lispy shit. He's cussing at everybody. If you don't like what's on my channel, then change it, you son of a bitch. I'll block you. Get out of here. That's why he's doing that. He thinks everybody's stupid. Tube Sock dropping another $2 birthday bomb. Ruff blocked me because I kept talking facts on you. Yeah, that's what he does. He'll block you. He'll block you because he's stupid. And he thinks you're stupid, right? So he thinks everybody's stupid. Well, perhaps his biggest mistake is thinking that the prosecutors in my case are stupid. They know they're going to handle it. the brigading, the bombing, the fake fucking victim letters and shit, they fucking know. It's all documented. Ruff flees the shack. I don't think he'll flee. I think he'll just get fucking arrested hard. And they're going to know that he's got weapons and already made threats because I'll send them the video of him making threats to any cops that decide to come to his house. So when they go in, they're going to go in heavy, as they should, because he's a dangerous fucking asswipe. That's why he went to prison for 7 years. What he did to that kid was extremely dangerous. He should have got charged with attempted murder. Ruff brags there's no free speech on his channel, just like GS. That's right. Yeah, him and Scarborough were talking about how they want to invent different methods to be able to physically hurt people who have different opinions than them on this YouTube channel the other day. I shit you not. One of their ideas was to invent something like shooting a 110 volt, like electricity from the socket of your house. They wanted to be able to connect that to a keyboard, and when someone put an opposing opinion in, that they would be able to shock them through that. A fucking elected official, that was his idea. Yep. And Chris wanted a boxing, a fist to punch people. Like, you say something opposing us, I want to punch you. That's what, and he went off on a tangent and was screaming it. And then Scarborough jumped in and said, yeah, well, I think we ought to make an electric keyboard to shock them. They were literally just talking about anyone who said we didn't like the content. When someone said we don't like your content on the keyboard, that's what they were responding to. Now you know what an anti-free speech government official you can get inside the mind of one with this Scarborough dude. You can get inside the mind of what an actual anti-free speech government official is. And look, don't blame him fully, because he is mentally challenged. He is mentally challenged. You know, the longer I've gotten to see him on the internet, the more I've realized he actually is slow. I don't think that's an excuse for anybody. I think that that's more towards bad parenting, bad upbringing, you know, choosing people to be around them that are bad influences, things like that. It's still the person's actions. But he is slow. That's why he talks the way he does. Because he's mentally challenged. And, you know, and as a little bit of advice for the Meade County residents, when I know a lot of them are back to watching again, they found this channel. Please be more careful who you elect. Don't elect fucking mentally challenged fucking idiots. You know, he's not even a good politician. You all were really easily fooled. No offense. I love you guys. I hope that you make it through all this. Especially whenever there's no money left from your county. I think that after these suits, the lawsuits that are in play right now, and then mine topping off the icing on the cake, I think that Meade is going to have to annex with Louisville. It's either going to annex with Louisville or it's going to annex with Fort Knox, like Radcliffe. They don't need to be a government there. Their government is way too corrupt. It really just needs to be annexed. So they probably will. They're going to be so far in the hole. Like right now, the jail alone is 1.8 million. Freedom Press, you're in here. What is the number of the negative that the jail is currently in? I believe it's either 1.7 or 1.8 million in the hole, and that they've been using the gas cards and the commissary inappropriately to fund their own private businesses. It sounds a lot like the Jamie Knoll case, don't it, you guys? But I think he's 1.8 million in the hole just on that, and the county has been trying to make up for it by giving him money, and turns out the county's broke too. And then the county just got this huge lawsuit that they have to pay back because of that electric thing. There was an electrical contract, like the electricity for the county, that was being done under a contract with the county, and it wasn't supposed to be. So the electric company didn't get their deal anymore because somebody filed a lawsuit on it, and now the county has to pay back all those years that they were giving a break to the electric company illegally. So that's another one that they're getting hit with. I'm telling you, Meade County is beyond broke right now. I don't know what they're going to do to try to salvage all that. They're in bad shape. Yes, it is since JJ's been the jailer, but it's not just JJ that's been fucking up. That's what I'm telling you. There are multiple lawsuits out. A lot of them do include the jail, and they include the jailer's girlfriend, and they include the clerk's office, and they include, you know, Freedom Press. You got a wrench? Throw your channel link up. I don't think everybody's been seeing your videos. Freeman Press does very matter-of-fact videos on this kind of stuff. He covers a lot about Meade County. He does his thing. It's completely separate from me, and he does a really good job with the documentation. I ain't trying to sick nobody on you there, Freeman Press. I know you and me ain't. They probably think we are anyway, dude. Here, let me give you a wrench. There you go. You should have a wrench now. Hey, everybody. Welcome Freeman Press to the mod team. FPS mod team. It's been a while since we've done that. Throw your channel link in there. Guys, subscribe to Freeman Press and go check out his Matter of Fact videos. He just covers like audits and documentation and lawsuits and things like that pertain to Mead. He does some other stuff too. But you guys from here will be very interested in what he covers on Mead. He's done a really good job covering that stuff. You're getting congratulated. But make sure you put your channel link up. We ain't going nowhere until your link's in there and some people subscribed. We're going to get them over there watching that stuff. Yeah, I think it's great content too. It's very matter of fact. I like matter of fact stuff when it comes to records and documents. He don't fluff it with no bullshit. He just puts out the facts. And he's real careful about it. See, I'm not as careful. I put out the facts when I know that they're facts, but I'm not as careful about YouTube putting it out there because I know I can back it with other stuff that I have. There you go. Freeman Press, Wingspan Angel, thank you for that. I have the best mods. I have the best people that support me on YouTube. Like, y'all are amazing. You may not have a whole bunch of money, which neither do we, but we don't need money. What we need is support. We do need money. Hold on. We need money and support, but the support is more important than the money. That money I just got for my truck is all going to lawyers. I fucking sold my damn truck. It's all going to lawyers. Isn't that fucking crazy? Oh, and I got a friend. If anybody knows anybody that's wanting to buy a couple horses, I got a friend that's selling 2 horses. I know these horses really, really well. They're amazing horses. If anybody's interested, let me know. We will be vetting where they're going really well. So make sure that any offers are going to really good people who are going to love these 2 animals very much. But we've got a red roan gelding named Manchi. And I can't remember the breed that Cookie is, but Appaloosa. Just a sweet, short little thing. Great for kids. That both of them are available. But you want to rent 7 cities? Why not? It's my birthday. I'm going to give out wrenches for my birthday. Asmod, standard. There you go. Everybody welcome 7 Cities Kid to the FPS mod team. Oh, and have y'all noticed this FPS channel is now first in any search? We're first in any search. So all those wannabes that have been out there, we already beat them again. Like that quick. I wasn't even trying. Yeah, Don, of course you can have a wrench. I thought you already had one. Oh, I know what happened. Different channel. There you go. Yeah, different channel. Sorry about that. Thank you. I appreciate the wrenches too. All the work you do, it's very much appreciated. Especially keeping out some of the nasty stuff that we get thrown. We do want opposing opinions. What we don't want are attacks. And we get way too many attacks. So it's a lot of work for our wrenches. Do more work than most mods on different channels. Most channels don't have to deal with death threats like we do. You know, not to the level that we do. Most people's, kids get left out of shit. That don't happen here. So we got good wrenches that do a lot of work. So thank you. Donna's calling me young. I'm 48. I'm 40 fucking 8 today, man. Man, it just goes by so quick. The last 3 years have fucking sucked. I'm happy about today, though. And my birthday song, best I've ever had in my life, hands down. Little man had that thing jamming. It's like, happy birthday to you. It was like a whole skit. The whole room was bouncing. It was so fun. Are you really, Donna? I didn't know that. You don't act it. You don't act 70. You don't have to tell us. We would have never known. We were guessing you at 30, Miss Donna. I knew better, but that's what, if I had to guess, that's what I would have done. Let's see. Got you beat, dude. Double. My eyes are getting back. Double nickels. Really? No way, Tilly. No way. You do have me beat. All right, but I still feel old. Am I allowed to feel old? Because I do. The past few years has really made me feel old. It's been rough. It's been a rough few years. Shit, 5. So 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I need a break. You know, after this lawsuit, after we get all this behind us here with Mead, I think we're going to use that money to take a fucking break. I won't take a break from YouTube. I'm just going to do more family oriented stuff for a while. And, you know, when it comes to the government, none of us can stop demanding our rights. We can't. Like, so it don't matter what I'm doing in life. It don't matter if I'm sitting on a yacht somewhere, you know, smoking on a cigar, you know, out of the country. I'm still going to, at heart, care about you and America and Americans and their rights. And it is not in good shape. That is not in good shape. It's worse now than it's been in our lifetimes, any of our lifetimes. You know, I've got people in here that are above 70, and I can speak for them on this too. And if you are 70 or above and you agree that it has never been as bad as it is now, put a 1 in chat. It's never been as bad as it is now, and it's only getting worse. We are losing our rights. They are violating Constitution more and more. Tyrants beware, dropping big $20 for a birthday present. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that very much. I almost accidentally kicked you out. I was trying to hit the heart. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's not good though, like what's going on with the Constitution, because for a long time we knew that the state was going to violate constitutional rights, and we had court, and we had a lot of wrongful convictions and charges, and there were very unconstitutional things. We were watching on TV when Jamie Knoll was doing live PD. They actually shut down the TV show because people were getting angry. They canceled it because people were recognizing the constitutional violations to the degree of disliking the channel that was publishing the content, and they canceled them. Well, then they started 60 Days In, another very well-known show by the same group of people, and after 10 years, it as well got canceled because people were recognizing the constitutional violations. So we've always known the state's going to do it. They do it. They got so comfortable doing it that they were doing it on television. But now we're watching the federal government do it in a way that's never been seen before in our lifetimes. Maybe it was back when there was wars over it, but not like it is now. I mean, maybe it was then, but in our lifetime, the way it is now, it is pure constitutional violations. I mean, they're talking about letting a dude run for president for a third fucking term. Can somebody say 22nd Amendment? I mean, we don't have constitutional rights here anymore. You know, I don't care what side you're on, red or blue. I don't care which pill you swallow. It's unconstitutional. It's black and fucking white. We cannot allow, no matter if it suits our purpose or it does not suit our purpose, if it is a constitutional violation, we cannot allow it as Americans. And we are. We're not just allowing it, we're fucking cheering it on. You know, a lot of people are cheering it on. Too many people are cheering it on. It's a scary fucking number. So when I'm sipping on a Coca-Cola, ice cold Coca-Cola, and smoking a Cuban cigar on my yacht, I'm still going to be thinking about our rights getting violated. So I'm not going to stop doing what I do. I don't think I'll be able to hold back from doing any work towards cleaning that up, because there's too much that needs to be cleaned and too few people doing it. But I am going to take a fucking break. I'm going to take a fucking break. Yeah. I want to be more family oriented for a while. I want to not age this quickly. And I'm not talking about the actual numbers like 46, 47, 48, 49. I'm not worried about those. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this. Too much stress. My blood pressure is always high. And every single day I wake up to some crazy fucking shit. And it's just too much for one person. I'm glad that I can be content for you guys to see, but I can only handle so much at a time, and I am going to need a break. And during that break, I'm going to want you all who have become like family to me to join us in our family-oriented stuff. But until it's time to do that, I'm not going to disclose what the family-oriented stuff is. However, you all are more than welcome to share that information with each other, but only the ones you trust. Remember that you know when you share it with others. We are going to be doing that for a while. There still will be, for public safety going on, we'll still be covering government corruption and, tackling government corruption. I'm not going to stop working with the whistleblowers that I've worked with. I'm not going to stop working with my attorney. I'm not going to stop. Well, I'm not even going to tell you who all I work with. It's a lot of people. I'm not going to stop doing that, but I am going to take a break from putting myself or my family on the front line for a while. And that to me is my birthday present. Like that's what I want for my birthday. And I hope that I get it for my 49th. So, the last 5 years has just been too fucking stressful for us. And I don't feel 48 today. I feel like it's too much. I feel like it's too much. That don't mean I give up. It just means that this is too much burden to put on one family. So, that is coming soon. That is coming soon. We are going to win this lawsuit, and it's going to be a while. And our trial's not set for a whole nother fucking year from now. So until then, you're going to get plenty of boost to ground, crazy ass content right here on the real For Public Safety, the real one, Chris Ryder. That's me. It ain't Chris Ruff. I ain't a skinhead living in a dumpster in the desert. It ain't some corrupt government official who promised body cam but didn't provide. It's not somebody who sells drug paraphernalia and t-shirts that say fuck the government and do drugs. It's not that. It's just me. Just a humble dude who's been done wrong by the government, who clawed my way back, worked twice as hard, clawed my way back, kept my horses, kept our home, kept our kids. We kept everything that we could. We lost a lot, but we kept a lot more than what the average people would have. And we beat the people that caused the problem in the first place. And Meade County will be no exception to that. Matter of fact, we're better at it now than we were the first time. We're seasoned. We ain't going to lose this. And all these fucking paint jobs everybody wants to put on me, people that I called friends that are out there calling me liars and shit, that's just water on off my back now. Because I've been through so much of it. I have dealt with it so much that I literally just don't even give a fuck when people try to paint that on me. And I challenge anyone who wants to turn on me because your feelings, if you're going to call me a liar, find it. The one lie. Challenge me with it. Because I ain't perfect. If I did something imperfect, challenge me with it. Because I would love for someone to tell me what the fuck it is that you think I lied about. All you're doing is falling into the hoopla of the fucking government official that's trying to paint me. That ain't fair to me. What will be fair to me is if you could challenge me with something. If you think I lied about one single thing, bring that thing to the table and let me show you more. And then decide. But if you're just going to make that decision based on I ain't giving you enough information, that ain't fair to me. That ain't fair to me. And that's not what I should be spending my fucking birthdays waking up to. People calling me fucking liar that I thought wouldn't have done that. And that's been solved. But the point is that I shouldn't have had to go through that when the end result was, oh, well, I just didn't know. So I called you a liar. And I'm sorry, and I shouldn't have done that because now I do know. And you could have told me. No, I don't have to tell everybody everything. All right. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Video coming out real soon. It is a banger. It is some shit that's going to ruffle some feathers. To me, that's kind of unfortunate, but I'm kind of glad that you all get to see it. The supporters get to see it because you get to rub it in everybody's face that the state is absolutely, for sure, 100% doctoring fucking evidence. And it is nasty what they're doing. So I'm kind of excited about giving it to you, even though, you know, I'd rather have just held it for court. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. You all are amazing. Thank you for all the amazing support. And I'll see you on the premiere. Let's talk about dropping that within the next 3 days. And you all will get the notification. Make sure that you hit the notify me on it. And you're in the chat and start talking before the video so we can say hi to each other. Love you guys. See you then.